What's wrong? I'm busy. So can you wait? Yeah? You done?
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and welcome to my channel. Now, if you like what you see, please join the journey down below in those buttons down there. Please. Today we're gonna try something new. I've been saying I'm gonna bring you new videos, and I'm gonna stay to my word. It just took a little bit of time, but here we are. We're doing it. All right, whenever I started my alcohol-free journey, I was left with this huge void. I felt like I really needed to fill this void, so I decided that I wanted to try all the random shit that I was too hungover to do before. That includes like cooking and baking, trying new art mediums, traveling, exploring, you name it, and I most likely want to try it. So I figured, why not make this into a new series and call it Michelle Tries It, where I attempt all the things alcohol and all of my insecurities have kept me from for all these years. So today, we're going to try to make coasters out of epoxy resin. Now, full disclosure, I have done many different things with resin. I've made art like these. This is acrylic and resin, acrylic paint and resin. I have made coasters and all sorts of stuff, but I am by any means a resin artist master. I am very minuscule in that medium, and really any art medium. I'm still trying to explore my creative side more, so that's why we're here. I do have a bunch of silicone molds, which are used a lot, so we're gonna try to make some. We have these silicone molds that have this lip in them, so we're gonna try to make these. If we have enough resin left, we're running low on resin, we're going to do a set of these that are just like plain flat resin, or plain flat coasters. And then they come with this little like container that holds them. So it's cute. Something fun, something different, something new. I will just say a little bit about resin. Resin is a very versatile art medium. It can be used for many different things, and I think most commonly it is used, you see it used for like countertops and floors, making other kind of furniture. But today we're using it for art, baby. For the art. So yeah, let's go over some things that we're gonna need, and I'm gonna use my handy dandy tripod. All right, the first thing I think that you will need is trash bags. These are obviously, mine are very used, but use trash bags as a base. Resin will peel right off of it, and you will have resin. Resin's sticky, it sticks to everything, it's hard to clean up. It will always leave residue unless it has a surface that it won't stick to, which is like, I'm gonna show you. Like this little piece right here, I just peeled off of this trash bag. So trash bags or shower curtains, very good. Trash bags seem to be cheaper. You get more bang for your buck. They last long too if you get the construction grade ones. So first thing, trash bags. Second, you're gonna wanna figure out what you wanna make. So we're making silicone molds. Pick out what kind of resin you want. We are using Pro Marine Supplies. I got this off of Amazon. It is a tabletop epoxy. It dries quite hard, like pretty fast, which is what we want. And yeah. I like this kind. There's another there's another one off Amazon I like a lot. It's like a art resin. It's meant for art. So it is, it's just, I personally think it doesn't harden as fast, so you get to like manipulate the resin longer, which sometimes is a pro and a con in my because I have a too much gene. The next thing we're going to need is pigments. We use a lot of different colors. I have multiple different colors. I use a lot of like these types of really thick pigment paints that's for resin, and they're really thick. Here, I'll show you this red one. They're really, really like So they're a little bit thicker. But I'll show you whenever yeah, we use these. I use these. I use this kind. So any kind of pigment, they have alcohol. I have alcohol inks, like all sorts of pigments. So, but these are the ones we're using today. We're gonna be using these. I also like to do a little mica powder. So I have a set of these mica powders, the dibble or dibble dabble. I have a bunch of these, so we'll be using these. These are the colors we'll be using today. You can really put anything in resin though. Glitter, trinkets. I mean, people do food and all sorts of random stuff, but you can really do anything in resin. These are some paintbrushes that I use for the mica powder. I'll show you what I do with those. I use a heat gun. This is one I just got off of Amazon. It's obviously has been through it. It's covered in resin. A blowtorch. This is to get the bubbles out. I got this off of Amazon as well. This isn't necessary. You can use a lighter. A lot of people use a lighter, I've seen. I just find that these work the best. Just be careful when you use it. You're gonna want a flat surface if you're doing molds because you want them to lay flat, so just keep them in mind. You definitely need a bunch of gloves. Gloves. These are very important whenever you're doing resin if you don't want to get resin all over your hands because it does take a while to come off. Also wear clothing that you are not like upset about getting dirty because chances are very high that you will. You will need popsicle sticks for stirring. Popsicle sticks and different cups for mixing colors. You will need a measuring cup to measure out how much resin you need. A lot of the stuff that I use is from the Dollar Tree. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're great. They're bendy, so whenever you're done and everything dries, you can squeeze it and then peel out the resin. It's really satisfying. You're gonna need a stir stick, which I have this, which actually has resin that needs to be peeled off of it. So let's do that real quick. Oh. And you're gonna want some toothpicks. These are good to get out little hairs or debris. There's always something in it. I always grab an extra baby silicone mold for extra resin in case I have some left over. I don't like to waste, so I try to make little trinkets. Today we're doing letters. I always bring tape to clean, so I use some duct tape. And just in case, a roll of paper towels. Now let's get into it. We're gonna get into it right now. We started off with measuring how much resin we're going to get, that we're going to need. If you go to artresin.com, I think is what it's called, or just Google resin calculator, you can go in and Google or do, like if you're doing a canvas like I did here, and you can say, oh, I have a place that is this much by this much, how much resin am I going to need? And they'll tell you how much resin it will take to fill that particular space. But with molds, that's not a thing. So thanks to TikTok, I found that if you put water and measure it and pour it into the molds and then take the water from the mold and pour that into a measuring cup, it will tell you how much liquid that mold will hold. Okay, 10 ounces of resin for these coasters should do the trick, which means that you have to have equal parts A and B, so 5 and 5. Then after you do the measuring process, which you want to start with the measuring because it's you're putting liquid in it, so it actually helps clean them out. And then you want to take the tape, you roll it up, and then you kind of just dab it into the silicone mold until you get all of the old resin that was in it. And I have a lot of pet hair, so I need the pet hair to get out. Now, I'm only starting off with resin because it's the one medium that I feel the most comfortable with because I've done the most with. Now let's take a little journey back. I have video of my first time pouring resin. I am pouring sweat. Let's look back on that day. I'll show you the sweat all over my face. I love looking back. I'm kind of just panicking at this point, so there's hair in here and stuff. And that's not good, right? Yeah, so she was stressed. She was stressed. She didn't know what she was doing. And actually, let me show you that piece of artwork and how poorly I poured that. Let me, hold on. Oh, bumski. I forgot I got rid of it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot. I did get rid of them because they were embarrassing. But it was like the bottom had peeled away from the top. I didn't pour it correctly because I was trying a measuring method by like weight. And it was bad. It would never turned out correctly. So I've watched people do that on the internet. I don't know how they do it. I also watch people heat up their resin whenever they pour it. I don't do that anymore either before they pour it. I don't see the purpose in it, and I don't think it actually helps with anything. And I don't think it helps with the bubbles. I think it just creates just as many bubbles as it would have otherwise. All right, first things first. I want to decorate the bottoms of these. So this is something I've just started. Please don't steal it because I haven't actually showed it to anybody. But I like to decorate the bottoms of these. So we're just gonna do something basic and do some faces. I use the mica powder and take a paintbrush. And I have some of these actually around my house. I love them. And then I'm gonna make a smiley face on this one. Now mica powder is like really fine. Give me a man. Do you guys like my whistling? I've been working on it. Working on my whistle. Okay, so something like that. Can you see? Yeah. So I'm gonna finish these. I'll be back. To do 2 smiley faces and 2 smiley faces with their tongue sticking out. So I just paint them to the bottom of these, and then whenever I pour the resin will stick to that, or the mica powder will stick to the resin and then lift off of the mold and then become one with the resin. It's really cool. And I love it a lot. Okay, so we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do 10 ounces. So we're gonna do 5 and 5. I kind of feel like I want to do 12. No, I'll do 10. No. I'll do 10. I'm going to do 10. All right, we're going to do 10. So I'm starting off with A, which is the epoxy, and then B is the hardener. A is a little bit more thicker, and B is thinner. If that makes sense. We're gonna come down here, hello. Now, I don't have a lot of this left, so it's gonna take a second to come down. You can tell it's a little thicker, and when you see B, you'll be like, oh, that's so much lighter, or thinner. All right, so I always like cut it off, and then I can see where it lands and see how much, to let it give it a second to like settle. So we're about at 4, so I'm almost at 5. Just literally the littlest amount will get us there. Hello, friend. Come out and play, please. Thank you, sir. If you watch a professional do this, they're gonna tell you, pour it into 2 cups and then pour those 2 cups into another cup. Shelly don't play like that. Shelly's not a professional. All right, so we're going in with a B. And we're going to 10, so it's just 8, 9, 10. So this line right here, you can't see what I'm doing, but this line up here. All right, so then you're gonna stir the fuck out of this for 5 minutes straight. You wanna scrape around the edges. You wanna scrape the bottom. You want to stir your little hearts. You can start at 3 So what time is it now? So if you start at like stirring for 3 minutes, and then there's like tracing. So if you look at it, there's like, you can't really see, but there's like this tracing. And once you can't see that tracing anymore, that's how you know that it's ready to go. Let me get a different shot of this and I'll show you. Okay, so let me show you this tracing. You see how you can like see the lines in it? You can see like, I don't know if you can see that. You can see the lines. And it's like thicker and it's kind of cloudy. Whenever it's all mixed together, you will not see that, okay? And the more you mix, the more bubbles you will get. I haven't found a way not to do that, so just mix it until it's mixed. All right, so far, I'm changing my gloves right now because the other ones got real dirty. So I have finished stirring the resin. I poured it into these cups here, and I have put the pigment in. So now, my cat's going crazy too. So if you hear a cat going crazy, that is my cat going crazy. His name is Noodle, he's wild. So now we're gonna stir these babies. Oh yeah. My camera won't record anymore. So yeah, anyways, I need to start stirring these. I'm doing the white now. I don't think it recorded me doing the red. I think I lost that footage. But yeah, so we're mixing. I don't know if what footage I lost, but my camera died and my phone died all at the same time. So we are now doing, I poured it into these cups, which I think I got that on footage. I did put the, in here, the pigments, which now I was going to add more pigment and then I got distracted. So let's add more pigment to these babies. I'm gonna do some more white in here, just to make it a little bit more colorful. And then I'm gonna do some more red over here. And this is where I'm talking about like where panic starts to ensue, because you have to work fast with resin. It's because it cures and it becomes hard and then you can't work with it anymore. So this is what I mean whenever panic ensues. And panic is ensuing. If everything didn't just die at the same time, what the hell? Oh, shit is that? Yeah, so I'm dying over here. I'm struggling. Oh my god. Saved it. Saved by the freaking bell. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm panicking. I don't got it together. And then randomly I went and grabbed some sparkles. So I was like, okay, so I got some foil here. It's like colored foil, copper foil with like blue. So we're gonna throw some of that in there, who cares? I have some leftover resin in here. I always keep a little white or clear resin while I'm doing these. All right. So I'm just gonna stir that in real quick. And let's get it going. So I'm gonna pour just a little of the clear with the foil in it just to get it going a little bit. So I just pour it in different spots for each one. A little get it going, a little get it going, a little get it going. There's literally no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do. All right, so we've got it going. I'm annoying myself, I'm sorry. Sorry. Who am I apologizing to? Okay, so this way you can maybe see what I'm doing a little bit more, since you're definitely not gonna see it on the other camera. let's see. I don't remember if I finished doing this one or not, but we're gonna just do it a little. Okay. Go back in. I'm gonna go back in with some of this. I've never made these with the foil in them before, so I don't know how these will turn out. Running low on the red, so I'm just gonna kind of throw it in. Noodle, why? Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing and I feel like I suck really fucking bad. And actually, these are kind of cool looking. They kind of look like candy canes. Yeah, with the turquoise smiley faces, I think it'll look cool. What do you think, Noodle? You like them? They should be cool. What do you think? It is kind of stressful whenever nothing's working, like the camera and your phone. So we're gonna go over it again with the heat gun. They're looking really cool from this angle. We'll see what they look like on the top tomorrow. So I just go over it with the heat torch. Do you see how it like takes off that layer of bubble? You have to see to be able to see that. It's really cool. So I actually don't have any left over. So 10 ounces was a perfect amount. So then I take this right here. And go like that. And I'll leave these until tomorrow. So I'll see you then, whenever we unmold these in a day or two. All right, hi, welcome back. We are days later. Days later. I'm sorry if you hear my washer. My washer is washing things right now, so if you hear it, you hear it. And I'm sorry, but this is my house. I also live here. So we are going to unbox these. Is that the thing? Unmold these what are they called? Coasters. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna unmold these coasters. Are you ready? So I cover them with these. I don't know if I said that last time. I think I did, but either way, I have a lot of pets. So I take these, I have some of these ones and like this size. I have some of these for like bigger pieces and stuff that's like higher off the ground, or yeah, I have to like pour higher off the ground. Either way, this is what I use. I cover up my pieces like this. It helps with hair and my pets staying out of it. And ooh, now these look so cool. So I haven't really looked at them yet, but they look really cool from this side. Now, but this is the bottom. I mean, you see this as like peel porn right here. Yes. Yes. So you're gonna just pull these away from the sides. All right, so just pull it apart like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God, these turned out so cool. Yeah, I love them. I think these turned out so, okay, cool. Now I'm excited. Look guys, this is the very first one. I don't know if you can see it very well because the lighting down here is trash AF, but it looks cool underneath here. Very cool. All right, we're gonna do another. One day I plan on wanting to maybe sell all this stuff that I make, but one day. And this one's the tongue out. Look how cool. What's fun about them is they're like literally all so different. You know? Like, look how cool that is. And it's like shimmer, so like the smiley face, you can see it, but it's also like iridescent. I just think these look so cool. I'm very pleased with myself, so yay! If you guys are interested in something like this, check out my Etsy shop. It's called Done by Elle, with like some underscore somewhere. I don't know, I'll link it somewhere. But yeah, yay! Check out my shop. Let me get some better shots of these.